my life just went from a normal kind of everyday living, such productive member of society, to sticking needles in myself. The consequences of me doing that, of taking drugs and going to prison, were so shameful, and seeing my children being taken out of my care, for good reason, I understand now, but the feelings that went with that, it was easier to take drugs and not feel it at all. I ended up sleeping outside an office building next to Pret in Trafalgar Square. I would wake up early usually, physically withdrawing from heroin. If I hadn't been begging the night before, or I'd have to go and raise money, begging or shoplifting, enough money to get a bag of gear. I stole money of my family. I stole my mum's jewellery box with jewellery in it that my nan had bought my mum and me and my brother as kids before she died. But when you're in that situation, it feels like there's no way out of it. It feels like such an almighty climb. It's like being in the pit of hell. So it was an NA meeting. At that meeting I met a woman, and she basically told me to get my backside down to Steps to Recovery. So on Monday morning I made my way to Steps to Recovery and knocked on the door, and I remember Dougie opening the door and being really scared. And they were asking me all the questions on the normal assessment, like how much do you use, when do you use? And the last question Derek asked me was, where are you going now? And I said, well, I have nowhere to go. I'm going back to the streets of Trafalgar Square. And he said, no, you're not. And he showed me up to my room. I remember him opening the door, and it felt like someone had punched me in the stomach. It was just like a basic room, like chest of drawers, a table, and a bed. But it was mine, and it was safe. I remember the first night I stayed in Steps to Recovery, I had to sleep on the floor. I couldn't sleep in the bed because it was too comfortable. It was too soft. I got so used to sleeping on the pavement.
And we looked at the abandonment and you abandoning yourself by being with them. So I don't want to be.
I was kind of. It was a long slog, treatment, but that's what the counsellors here at Steps to Recovery do the best. Hold you and make you feel safe and make you feel loved and not judged, and like you can be honest. It's funny because you come into treatment, you're so scared about coming in and doing what you're going to do, not knowing what you're going to do, and then when time comes to go, I didn't want to leave, and I cried there too at the graduation, and they make it really personal. It's about rebuilding me, which then rebuilds everything else around me, slowly but surely. And my kids, I haven't seen them for 12 years. They'll be 17 and 13 in March. I didn't believe I'd see my dad again for a long time. My dad's meeting up with me, and maybe one day I'll get to meet up with my kids too. So I started volunteering at an organisation for homelessness because of my experience with being on the street and my experience in addiction. I feel like I can give something back. I want to show people where I was, and I want to show people where I am now, and that like, it's possible as long as you want it. I always say, when anyone ever talks to me about steps to recovery, they saved my life. And Louisa always says, it wasn't us, it was you. But I couldn't have done it without steps. They're my family. I've got like a little place in my heart.